Yo, what is up everybody? Alright, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to solo heal the Pumpkin King boss. And we're going to talk about HP levels and what's the best one for efficiency, what's the best one for speedruns, and what's the safest for overall. Alright, so let's get to it. But first, please make sure to like this video and sub if you haven't subbed so more people can see it. All right, so let's get to it. So the Pumpkin King deals around 100 and I think like 60 to 195 for the line attacks, and he deals around 360 to 390-ish, 395 I think, for the pumpkin drops on your head. All right, so what you're gonna do is when you get ready to heal, you're going to go and you're going to face the Pumpkin King. Do not get right next to the Pumpkin King, because if you do, as you can see, there's the most concentration around him is you're going to start as a healer, you're going to absorb all of those lines attacks, and it will absolutely destroy you as a healer, even though I have 2.75 bill or almost close to it of health, and it will still take me out. So you're not going to stand directly under the Pumpkin Bee boss. You just need to make sure you're just a little bit far away, as you can tell. And what you're going to do is you're not going to throw your heals on until he does the very first store line attack. So as soon as he bends down to do that attack, that is when you're going to activate your heals. And then the next time that you're going to heal is when the first pumpkin drops and you see him doing that, bending down and taking that attack. That is when you're going to do that next heal, and you're just going to repeat the process. So don't get, it does take it's like, I don't know. It's like mundane healing. But at the same time, you got to be pretty precise because people can only really take about one major hit. And so if you want to have the most people survive until the very end, then you need to make sure that you're really on time with your heals. So also HP efficiency here. This is very important. So if you want to do a speed run with Pumpkin King and you have a lot of people, you can go down to about 400 HP. And I didn't video this one, but I do have a screenshot of the time. So we generally tend to get around 537 if everybody is on point with their dodging. So this could really go, this is like when you kind of have to be perfect with everyone on it, because you could also go the other way and everyone's dying and then you have a really bad time. But if you're wanting to go for speed runs, I would probably suggest around 400, because then they can at least survive one of those pumpkin hits. They can't survive two, they really can't survive one, and then some lines attacks. So it's really up to people doing their very best with dodging, and also the healer being really on time with heals. Now, 600 HP seems to be about the most efficient for having good times, and people can generally take a pumpkin hit and some line attacks. They cannot survive too heavy pumpkin attacks, obviously, because if he's dealing out 360 damage at the very least with the pumpkin drop, then that's obviously more than 600. So, but typically people are pretty good about dodging those pumpkin attacks. It's only when you get stacked. Like for instance, if the circles cross and you just happen to be in two pumpkin attacks at once, you get stack killed. So now you can also run to be on the safe side. If you have some really good DPS and a really big raid, you can also do about 750 HP, which is about the safest you can go to make sure that everyone is surviving until the end of Pumpkin King boss. So that one is really great. You can at least survive most likely 2 stacks of pumpkins and some several line attacks too. So that is kind of wraps up this video. And I hope this kind of helps you out to determine what kind of HP you want for your raid and how to heal if you're the only healer and you want to maximize your DPS. Now understand, you can also have a second person as a healer to maximize that, especially if you have a lot of low DPS in your raid. You can have the other healer stand on the other side if you want of the Pumpkin King boss, or stand right next to you. It really doesn't matter. You're pretty much catching everybody right where I'm standing here. So you can do that, and you just have to make sure that the timings are when you throw on for that first line attack, the other healer should not be hitting his heals until around 4 seconds after that. So that way your heals are staggered and you're able to catch every hit and maximize the healing for your raid. I really wouldn't suggest going beyond 2 healers because you really want to maximize your DPS for this Pumpkin King boss. All right, well, good luck to you all. I hope you all drop the causes. I still have 1 left. I need to get the title, but I don't really care too much about the title. I really wanted the armor and I got it. And there we go. So I will see you guys in the next vid.